Hi, this is Deadman. If you're watching this video, I assume you're old enough to see gore, violence, swearing, and general adult content. If you aren't old enough, come back with some ID.
Or a fake one.
Ugh. Immediately, the main menu makes me rethink my life choices that led me to the awful decision to play something that will guarantee my chair be permanently stained brown. The title menu is set in the safe area of the asylum, but that doesn't make it any less creeptastic. The title screen continues to be a dick by scaring the bejesus out of me while I'm trying to adjust my brightness. The first loading screen has flipping mannequins staring creepily now! Shinji Mikami, who hurt you? So originally on launch, the screen was permanently stuck with the letterboxing on the screen. Granted, it does make it a little more cinematic, but...
We have a full screen. I want to use every pixel of it rather than making it look like a movie.
Sorry, detectives. I know you're just coming off a case, but I'm afraid we're gonna have to make a detour.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Hopefully we don't get matrixed into someone's incredibly unstable consciousness. But that's way too far-fetched to actually happen. Right?
184, be advised. Some problem reaching mountains on a Beacon Memorial.
Is there any... God damn!
We found out later on, this is the catalyst for being trapped in STEM. The high-pitched ringing sends out a signal through a specific frequency, and it causes its subjects to be transferred into STEM.
That makes no sense at all.
Maybe not, but it gives us the spooky adventure to dive into.
You cried the whole time like a scared little bitch baby.
Quiet you.
What the hell?
That is concerning. Yep, okay. This is the first of many brown pants incidents. That is a very concerning situation. And here we are without force powers or a lightsaber. Ingenuity. I guess with a name like The Evil Within, gory deaths are to be expected, and wow, are they over the top.
Shit!
Who let Leatherface in here? Oh, come on. That's just cruel. Yeah, blood slide into a gore pit. Sure, why not? I really hope my cop insurance can pay for the surgery to my ankle and the frankly overdose of vaccination shots I'll need. Surely that's covered under workplace-related injuries. one thing the Evil Within does right, it's an awesome chase scene.
And then news.
After the initial shit hits the fan, we are hit with this awesome opening and delayed title card.
Where the hell did Sebastian's limp go? That's a hell of a continuity error.
Okay, but would you really want to play the whole game with that limping animation?
No, but there should be a scene that shows why he doesn't have a limp anymore. And no, you can't use brain shenanigans argument here. Ruvik is in control of STEM, not Sebastian.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
Aw shit, Ruvik's one of them newer assassins with the magical powers.
Shit.
Outrunning some mirror dimension ass buildings will never not be cool. That ain't good. Pretty sure zombieism revokes your driver's license. That's a hell of a way to end the chapter. Each chapter ends with the boss of the chapter and a giant cleared across the screen.
While it's most certainly effective, I'm not a fan of the screen holding images and blurring in the rest a few seconds later. It's very distracting and disorienting.
Are we awake?
Is everyone else all right? The city.
Whatever are you talking about? You are the only soul here. Right now.
You know, just because I'm in an insane asylum doesn't mean you actually need to make me feel like I'm losing my mind.
Without signing in, there is no way to ensure your future memories.
It's no typewriter, but signing into a mental hospital's registry is certainly a creative way of saving your game.
Please, have a seat.
What the hell?
You mustn't fight it. This is for your own good.
That's one way of upgrading your skills. Picking up the boogers the haunted leave behind and then feeding it to a shock therapy chair.
Lady, am I going crazy?
Now what makes you say that?
Well, that for starters.
Connolly?
Fun fact, this is an homage to the first Resident Evil, as this is exactly how you encounter your first zombie. If your eye is keen enough, you can disarm traps. That, or use your big galaxy brain and lure the haunted into traps. Finding random mirrors in STEM can lead to your safe room.
I don't know if that was a bad dream, or this is.
Both is good.
Claire de Lune is a fitting song for the safe room, as it's both soothing and puts you just a little on edge. Sneak attacks are super helpful. Watching the haunted get made is appropriately horrifying. The Evil Within turns into a redneck bar simulator sometimes. Sebastian can be an amateur corpse disposal guy by setting downed enemies on fire. It's useful to make sure the haunted don't get back up or work as a decent trap if you time it right.
That's right. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Probably the only time anybody would condone cannibalism. You know, because Sebastian may be a snack, but that don't mean he wants to get eaten. Sebastian's a badass hero. Disarming bombs is incredibly simple, but hey, if you got a horde of nightmare fuel on your ass, a simple bomb disarming is the least you could ask for, right?
I'm not one of them. I'm a doctor. Marcelo Jimenez.
Sure, Doc. That's what they all say, moments before deciding that I look like a good after-lunch snack. As an homage to Resident Evil 4, the last Resident Evil game Shinji Mikami directed, one of the first locations you visit is a remote village.
Hey! Over here! That's right, this way!
A Resident Evil 4 village homage just wouldn't be complete without a chainsaw-wielding lunatic.
Brainwave activity diminished, but synchronization achieved. Subjects should begin experiencing a shared consciousness. Previous trials indicated rapid deterioration of consciousness. Their minds became an exquisite mass, an amalgam of mental carrion. I'll have to connect myself if I want to experience their terror before it diminishes.
While Ruvik does have a tragic backstory that makes you feel for the guy, yeah, he's also incredibly sick in the head. Gross and spooky. Chainsaw cutting through a chain. You don't see that often.
Fine. 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 Fine.
You don't look well at all. Do take care of yourself.
I'd be a lot more well if you stopped showing me nightmare fuel.
Yes, expose everything.
Hey, what are you doing?
Liam O'Brien is a horrifying haunted doctor. That's an appropriate reaction to someone's hand in your chest. Can we not with the ghost jump scares?
Something here.
Settle down.
I hate this game. Ned, quit messing with the counter!
Oh, come on. You acting like a scared little baby is hilarious.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
That is a bold-faced lie when my neck is getting nommed on.
The stairs are gone.
We must be collectively losing our minds.
Losing our minds. Losing our minds. Losing our minds. Losing our minds. Losing our minds.
Oh God. No.
Yeah, have I mentioned how nightmare fuel rich this game is? Because it is.
No! Don't follow! What the?
Doctor? Leslie?
Some of the sequences play with perspectives and the like, and they are very creative with it. Oh hey, they gave that elevator from The Shining another role. Ruvik, why are you like this? Who hurt you? Oh, right. No, 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 no! Laura is pure nightmare fuel, and I want off this ride.
Pussy.
Listen here, you little shit. She erupts from a body with a fountain of blood and has like 500 arms. She's so terrifying, she stopped me from finishing the game the first time.
I still say you're a little bitch. Just to make you suffer more, I'm awarding her 100 wins for her excellent design. Her scaring you so hard you quit the game was a bonus.
Occasionally, Ruvik will chase you down and insta-kill you. Why is this a win again?
You know the rules. You suffer. It's a win.
But if I like something, it's a win too. Wait, is this system rigged? Gotta say, the game's definitely at its best when it's shifting perspectives like this. That is such a cool shot. That's certainly an interesting way to make a door appear.
Thank God you're okay. I don't know what I am, but it's definitely not okay.
Accurate.
What is it with this sound? I thought it was something electronic.
Having the sounds of STEM ring out and turn your teammate against you is horrifying as well as a bit shocking. If you can't trust your partner to guard your back, then you're truly alone in this hellscape.
It's been a while since your last visit.
Listen, lady, this game scares the crap out of me, so yeah, it takes me some time to play.
It wouldn't if you quit being a little bitch.
Kidman!
Get me out of this thing!
Aw, shit. Kidman got the Strom treatment. That reminds me, I need to cover the Saw games at some point.
Fire seems to work.
Considering she was burned alive, I don't think she'd be so keen being lit on fire. There's a boss battle with Laura that's so pants-shittingly terrifying it actually caused me to stop playing the first time. I wasn't joking about that. You have to lure her into furnaces and set the corpses on fire that she spawns out of. It's a nice take on a boss battle, is you can't just defeat her head-on with conventional means.
That takes care of the cremation.
Did they do something to my head?
You don't look well. You should take better care of yourself.
Life advice from a creepy save room nurse? All through the game, you find Sebastian's diary, giving him some backstory on his wife, daughter, and the important bits for his character. Occasionally, you get this horrifying loading screen. Laura just really likes to haunt you.
This architecture seems straight out of the Middle Ages. Yeah, but there's electricity. Elevators. This place can't be real. It's like jumbled up memories.
Good guess, Joseph. That's exactly what it is.
Is this what it was like, Seb? After the accident? Well, I never put a gun to my head. No, of course not. Just quietly sank into a bottle.
Holy shit, that's some epic shade Joseph threw at Sebastian. Can you blame him, though? His daughter was killed in a house fire. I have played enough goddamn horror games to know that eventually, this thing is gonna gank me. Damn demon dog, always knocking off glasses during important moments. You know what? I ain't even mad. That was kind of funny.
What is it? I dropped my glasses back there. Fuck.
As someone who has to constantly wear glasses, yeah, that's accurate.
You ever had the urge to just jump? When you're on a high place? Or the subway rolls by? Imagine if you had that urge for a minute straight. Then 2 minutes. You fought it off 3 times now, Joseph. You're learning to stop it. You're not listening. I'm not worried about stopping it, Seb. I'm worried about not wanting to stop it. Some part of me wants to turn.
That is uncomfortably relatable. Was not expecting that. There goes the fun camera work again.
Poison
This hulking monstrosity of nightmare fuel is the keeper, and, yeah, safe on his head and a giant hammer makes for a bad time. News at 11.
Does this thing stay dead?
That's cheating, but also a pretty epic mode of teleportation. How about we don't?
Take this! It's like linking brains together. Showing everything on an electrochemical level. Emotion, memory, perception, everything. Directly. It's unprecedented. The implications on psychology, on pharmaceuticals, on consciousness itself.
Are you serious? It's a fucking nightmare.
Sebastian brings up a good point. While the idea of STEM is good, the applications are horrifying. Especially when the brain of a lunatic is used as the processor.
So your research partner is a psychopath. And we're all inside his head.
It's an oversimplification of events, but yes.
You know how he thinks. What does he want?
Well, it's just a theory, but I'd say he wants us dead.
Might need a little more testing, but I think that, unfortunately, your hypothesis is correct. Why did the chase sequence end in the safe room and also Ruvik is here? Vic, I think you might need to fire your painting guy. Unless it's supposed to be one of those weird modern pieces? Does nobody respect the sanctity of the safe room anymore? Okay, but seriously, Ruvik teleporting through the level can be genuinely terrifying, especially when he appears in the same spot as an existing enemy. Stabbing electrodes into a brain is a very unique method of securing locks, as you have to find 3 different heads to unlock the big door of the mansion you're currently going through. It's very on-brand for the evil within, while still seeing the roots of Resident Evil.
Subject feels as I do. This vessel is far too weak to withstand the psychological weight I myself bear daily.
I wasn't aware there was a pissing contest for emotional damage.
Well, that's not fair at all.
Why is it always fucking mannequins? I seriously love the trippy visuals that can be presented with this setting taking place in someone's tormented memories, transporting us from a dingy warehouse-type building to a field of sunflowers.
Hey, I think there's kids in there.
I didn't hear anything.
Again, I'm not remotely excusing Ruvik's actions, but he definitely makes for a tragic and compelling villain. Considering he himself did nothing wrong, it was the villagers' anger toward his parents that led to the tragedy of his sister burning up and leaving him scarred.
How many have you killed, Reuben?
Reuben? Does he mean Ruvik? Numbers are irrelevant. They received as they themselves gave. And they served a higher purpose. They furthered my research.
This was not mere research. The things the papers say were done to those people, those traps.
These vermin? These microbes? They're mine to do with as I please. But you are correct. This was not mere research. I'm close to perfection.
This is abhorrent.
This is my will.
It's at this point that Dr. Jimenez realized that Ruben is supremely sick in the head.
Do you have any idea why this world is the way it is?
What? Who are you?
Hate. Hate. Ruvik's hate. The man's consumed by it. He wants out. Wants to get his revenge. He wants back what he feels the world took from him. It's not like he could actually get that. It's not like he could actually get that. This world exists as long as he does.
As much as I feel for the guy, he's definitely an evil that needs to be stopped, no matter what he thinks he's owed. I'm loving the multiple shades of character we get from our main villain.
This is insane.
You know, I'd like to say I'm surprised, but I'm not. The last time you face off against Laura is more of a puzzle than the first time, with you needing to juggle running away, shooting pipes and burning bodies to keep her at bay, and turn valves to open up the next area. It's incredibly tense and one of my favorite sections of the game. Harder! Mommy!
He wants the same thing as us. He wants out!
Ruvik's master plan is to take over Leslie's body, and it's probably about as bad of an idea as you can get.
Oh shit.
How about we leave the invisible man-eating shark thingies in Amnesia where they belong? The doppelganger, aka Ruvik Light, is just as big of an insta-killing bitch as the host.
Some kind of fake?
You're a phony! Hey, this guy's a great big phony!
You know, it's not every day you get bitch slapped into your save room by a traffic light, but I'll take it. It's not every day you get a vending machine that serves bombs. But the win is also for the energy drink being branded as brain energy. Get it? Because we're inside STEM, which is Ruvik's brain.
We get it. You're desperate to make a lame joke.
Hooray! Kidman is alive!
If you hadn't come along.
Appreciativeness.
No, on me.
Sebastian? What is...
Stay back.
Aw shit, even we can get haunted-ified.
What is this? Did you shoot me?
You started turning into a monster. You attacked me. I'm sorry, but you're tainted now. You might try to stop me through you.
You know what? That's fair. Okay, you knew my dumbass was gonna shoot the flammable room just to see if it would actually kill me.
Yes, I do know you're a dumbass.
You know, I roasted myself already. I didn't need additional help.
I'm aware. Now ask me if I care.
Thank God you're all right.
Well, you know, relatively speaking, he is.
This thing gonna run?
Only one way to find out.
Shit!
What are you doing? Answer me.
Looks like both of your questions were answered, Seb. For better or worse.
Suppressing fire!
Is that a subway sticking out of the ground?
Yeah. but look how it's positioned. If we can get over there, we might be able to use it to get across.
No, yeah, that sounds perfectly safe. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh God, now what?
My dude, can you not for like 2 minutes? Oh, great. Time for the Roombas with saw blades. Hooray.
It's not your fault. I'm sorry.
This won't make sense until the assignment and consequence DLCs, but for now, it's an intriguing twist.
Have I wandered into some kind of nest?
Judging from last year's video, yes. Yes, you have.
The bastards are using stealth camo to ambush you.
You've published my research in your name again. Did you think I wouldn't find out?
And I have done you a favor. You have no credentials. You'd never appear in a reputable journal otherwise. Nobody in the world knows you even exist.
Who's the real monster? Ruvik or Jimenez? It's still Ruvik, but Dr. Jimenez was still scummy enough to take advantage of the poor boy.
Trying to make me feel sorry for you?
It's kinda working though. Like, he's still majorly sick in the head, but he has had some hardships, so it's at least a little understandable.
The sedative they used on me must have been my own. I was aware of every slice, every single nerve, every tug of flesh pulled away from my bones until absolute darkness overtook me. Darkness and pain. Those and other sensations as they probed my cerebrum, examined my work. An eternity of intensity, pain, pleasure, rage, ecstasy, blending together into a single piercing noise, until the darkness was broken by sparks, like twinkling starlight. The pain, the noise, the light blends together, takes shape. It's a place I know so well. My prison. My home.
You brought this on yourself.
That must have been absolutely horrifying what Ruben went through, but Sebastian is right to throw the shade. Also, on another note, I have to comment on how tantalizing Ruvik's voice actor Jackie Earle Haley's voice is. Not quite the sexiness of Paul St. Peter's Zemnis, but pretty damn close. That's certainly one way of taking him down. This arena is super gross, but effective.
Leslie!
That's low-key a horrifying way to have your consciousness absorbed. Can't deny this isn't an awesome transition into a final boss arena, even if it's super gross. Ruvik is piloting a Ruvik kaiju. It's a turret section in the final boss area, but it's super badass, so it gets a pass.
I don't care what universe you're from, that's gotta hurt.
Damn if that's not an awesome Resident Evil homage.
I'm going to finish this.
Brutally keeping your promises. It's heavily implied that Ruvik escaped in Leslie's body, meaning we did ultimately lose. Ordinarily, that's a bad thing, but that does leave this ending very much akin to a horror movie where the baddie didn't really die. Now that I've beaten the main campaign, the hallway is soaked in a red glow. Not really sure if that's an improvement or not. The assignment starts off just as creepy as the main game. So fun.
Sorry, detectives. Gives it a cream sauce.
Yeah, just a bit. Bayonetta would be proud.
Hey there. Where did you come from?
This time your save slot is powered by a kitty. So much better than a boring old hospital registry. For not being in STEM quite yet, this shit's getting spooky.
If Jimenez activates the system, you'll be pulled in. Hopefully he doesn't. But as a precaution, we've prepared an infusion to prevent contamination.
Like a vaccine? To protect me?
More accurately, to hide you.
This explains why out of the three main cast, Julie never succumbs to the effects of Ruvik's influence.
Now I'd like to ask you some questions. Have you ever felt abandoned by the ones you trusted?
Yes, but trick question. If we're on the same side, why are you nightmare fueling me? Neg! Brown pants! Say hello to your best friend through the DLC. It's more focused on the try not to get caught aspect of horror, which makes it my worst nightmare since I can't fight back at all. Hooray. The Shade is easily my favorite creature of the Evil Within. She's utterly terrifying with a relatively simple design.
That thing used its light.
That's a really handy trick to learn from her. It also keeps the motif of interesting and unusual ways to traverse a hellish mindscape.
You mentioned the design was from a pupil of yours. In that case, where do you fit in?
He is an unstable individual. Perhaps it is better that I continue to be the one to contact in this situation.
You know, Ruvik's misanthropy makes more and more sense with every new piece of information we find out about his past.
procedure is complete. Hand profile constructed. Please complete neural profile to complete authorization.
This stressful situation is brought to you by exploding crawlers. Get them while they last.
They taught you to read at the police academy? I'm impressed.
I should have put this information in much sooner, but I love Jennifer Carpenter as the voice of Deborah Morgan. I mean Julie Kidman.
An error has occurred. Please wait while power is being restored.
I love this section as you're trying to avoid the shade while waiting for the elevator to show up. It's a very horrifying version of cat and mouse.
Mobius. So they sent you to take the boy back. And you trust him. Don't kid yourself. You're just as expendable as your partners are. As I was. After all I did for them. We'll see how loyal you are when you know the truth.
Ruvik scaring the shit out of you and laying down some truth bombs. This particular holdout section is terrifying. You're pinned under rocks, and the shade keeps resurrecting Haunted to be one of the cadaver types. The battle with Joseph is fun, as it plays well into what we've been doing all throughout the assignment, and stealthing around him to gank him. Shame we gotta put him down, though. The G-Man that's in charge of Mobius shows up after Julie has decided to kill Leslie instead of bringing him out, leading to a tense chase sequence through the catacombs.
Come back. You will bring us back that boy.
That's a hell of a way to end the chapter.
Do you have any idea why this world is the way it is? Hate. Hate. Ruvik's hate. The man's consumed by it. He wants out. Wants to get his revenge. He wants back what he feels the world took from him.
You know what? That's completely fair. Still no dice, though. The kidding and soothing music lied to me!
STEM is a machine designed to connect everyone's subconscious, and whoever is at the center has the power to influence them.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Once your flashlight breaks, you're given chemical lights. While not as illuminating, they're fun to throw at the Haunted.
Please enjoy this music while waiting.
You've got to be kidding me.
It's nice to have jokes when you're surrounded by utter misery.
Well, he's not coming back.
Reuben's experimentation has demanded more and more subjects. And sad to say, they're suffering as much as, if not more than, his previous patients.
Yeah, giving a guy more funding definitely takes away those homicidal tendencies. What, and I can't stress this enough, the actual and fictitious fuck?
I'm sorry for putting you through this. I don't want to hurt you any more than I already have.
Even though Kidman has been very closed off due to her being a Mobius agent, it's nice to see she genuinely does care for Sebastian and Joseph.
You're afraid of us.
Whoa, what the fuck is that?
As a consequence of Julie deciding to kill Leslie to prevent Ruvik from coming back to life in his body, instead of taking him back like she was supposed to, the administrator decides to send the heresy after her, leading to the fun time of us running for our lives.
Can you discern between evil and good?
Technically, yes, but the question you're asking is way out of my league as far as philosophy goes. That is surprisingly cathartic.
After surviving the fire incident and subsequent abuse from his parents, it's a miracle Reuben can function at all. His work comes from a place that isn't motivated by fear or money or social standing. His motives are more pure. I would say that he is obsessed with the chance to relive and remold reality so he can be with her again. His scarring is heavy, both physically and emotionally, but he longs for his lost sister. His love for her borders almost on an incestuous level, but as long as it provides motivation, so be it.
Oh look, more fun layers to the psychopath.
Don't you have any useful commentary?
Dude, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot haunted.
Ruvik is a corpse.
He's after Leslie.
And so are we. And you're more afraid of him than us?
Don't patronize me. I have orders, but I can't let him have this boy.
Kidman shows the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, and that's super admirable.
Sending someone inexperienced, we can't even be sure they can come back.
Then it will need to be someone expendable.
Expendable. So that's how you see me. And I trusted you.
It's not. Fool! You understand nothing.
You gave yourself to us. You made the choice of your own free will. We were the only ones who cared. The ones who took you from your useless life. We gave you a reason to exist. And how do you thank us? By destroying our work? Where will you go when you leave us, kid? Who will have you? Why would you abandon the cause? Who are you trying to save? A world that didn't care about you in the first place?
Wow, okay. Gaslight much?
Oh nice, it was that easy of an ending. No epic boss fight, just shooting your brain? I could get used to this.
I really wish you'd stop the fake out endings.
Too bad, because they aren't going anywhere.
What the fuck?
Sadly, it's not to last. But Jennifer Carpenter's excellent delivery of what the fuck gets a win.
You fulfilled what little use you have. This world is a prison for you to rot in.
Fuck you. I've had enough of this. I'll kill you right here.
Hell yeah, that's how you start a final boss fight off. Oh damn, not the clones.
You think you've won, but have you? You don't know anything.
One who knows nothing can understand nothing.
The Executioner is the final bit of DLC for The Evil Within, and let me tell you, getting this power trip after the absolute misery the base game and Kidman's extra adventures caused is such sweet catharsis. So the whole story behind the Executioner is Mobius wants to replicate Ruvik escaping STEM. So, they throw this dude's daughter in STEM and tells him to go fetch her. It's made clear that in order to save her mental state, he has to fight a dark doppelganger of the Keeper, which is who we play as. Clear as mud? Great! As I mentioned previously, this game actually scared me. Not in a pee-my-pants kind of way, but so apprehensive, and it caused me to be overly anxious and not want to play. It was pretty fun, even if the quality was uneven sometimes. Like, there were some parts that I really enjoyed, and some parts that I thought, probably could have been cut out. The story is there, but it's definitely not the focal point of the experience, and that's okay. The long and the short of it is you get sucked into the brain of a psychopath and try to escape. For instance, I could count at least 3 times Joseph died, but he's still alive outside of STEM. I think the story is supposed to be a bit nonsensical and make you question what you're seeing. What story it did tell was a fun experience with plenty of trippy moments and plot twists. The music was indeed great with setting the atmosphere. Not any track really stands out, but wow, was the sound design on point. Everything was appropriately grotesque and squelchy, and it's exactly the kind of sounds I'd expect when inside the hellscape of someone's mind. The gameplay was typical for an over-the-shoulder survival horror game with a few fun additions like lighting corpses on fire and having the stamina meter just be bafflingly short. I really did like how Sebastian was a little jank to control, not in an inexperienced kind of way, but in a way that upped the scare factor. The graphics hold up pretty well, as most realistic looking games do, but the art direction was phenomenal, as again, it's all grotesque in the best kind of way. All of the environments blended well together, and it's even explained away why we're in a village to a squishy hell and a modern hospital. It's all in the mind of a deranged serial killer, so of course it's going to be jumbled up. In closing, while the story was just alright, the scares were fun and the creatures were pretty inventive, being zombies, but not really. I definitely recommend it if you're looking to get spooked. Thank you for watching, and try not to die out there.
I created this world. You cannot keep me here. Ruvik. I'm going to finish this.